Welcome to the news of the world. Let's get it on for the week of January 8th, 2023. All right, let's start with some research coming out of the UK that involved a study with over 3 million participants. This study showed that people with the tendency to be a psychopath, they like songs like No Diggity by Blackstreet and Lose Yourself by Eminem. Those on the other end of the spectrum were more partial to songs like My Sharona from the Knack and Titanium by Sia. So the study is basically saying that if you like the songs Lose Yourself or No Diggity, that you are high on the tendency chart to be a psychopath. If you asked us here at News of the World what we like, we would say, I like the way you work it. In other news, on Wednesday, a Twitter user pointed out that CNET is currently using AI to produce articles. This started about last November. The news outlet has been employing automation technology and they wrote about 73 financial explainer articles. They do employ a small little drop-down note explaining that a human did not write the content for the article, but the AI is so good that Google has said it would crack down on AI-produced articles, hasn't taken down any of these articles. You remember the old days when you had to put a bunch of monkeys in a room with typewriters to get a Shakespeare sonnet? Well, now all you need is a computer, and the AI will just write it for you. So we're pretty sure Skynet is behind all of this. On to the next story. In other news, Elon Musk set a new record. The founder of Tesla and current new owner of Twitter, Musk, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, has lost around $182 billion, that's with the B, billion, since November of 2021. Some other estimates put the losses at closer to $200 billion. Either way, this loss has surpassed the previous record holder, Masayoshi Son, a Japanese tech investor, lost a measly $58.6 billion in 2000. The drop in Tesla stock, which fell in value by around 60% in 2022, is apparently to blame for this massive drop in coin. Elon, gotta have it to lose it, but dang, that's a lot of ducats. Let's head over to Asia, where the South Korean government has formally lifted a ban on the import of full-body sex dolls. There were no laws or regulations banning the import of these sex dolls. Many, perhaps thousands, though, have been seized by customs agents for what the government has cited a clause in the law that bans the import of goods that, quote, harm the country's beautiful traditions and public morale. So the South Korean government is now saying it's okay for these sex dolls to come into the country. But there has been debate for years over how much the government can interfere in a private life. The Korean Customs Service will still ban childlike dolls or any doll that looks like a particular person, which kind of makes total sense, right? Customs officials said they will likely hold more than 1,000 sex dolls that had been sent to South Korea since 2018. They're just going to hang on to them. Go ahead, South Korea. We see ya. Let's head down to the great state of Oklahoma, where a cow who got loose decided to try the unlimited pasta and breadsticks at the local Olive Garden. Down there in Stillwater, the police used their cowboy skills to wrangle the loose cow wandering around the parking lot. We think that she probably forgot her wallet and didn't go in for embarrassment purposes. While the animal's origins were unclear, the cow was safely corralled and relocated from the area. Only in Oklahoma. Maybe Texas. And speaking of Texas, Dallas, Texas, that is, a clouded leopard has come up missing. The Dallas Zoo had to close as workers discovered the large kitty was out of its enclosure. A code blue was issued and the cops were called in to assist with the search of the animal, referred to as a non-dangerous animal. Turns out that somebody had cut the fence to its enclosure and probably allowed the feline to escape. If you're in the area and see the fast feline, don't try to apprehend it by yourself. Here, kitty, kitty. Actually, in an update, the clouded leopard was found close to its environment and quickly returned to its enclosure. So all is well that ends well. All right, let's finish up this week in Oregon, where a woman whose suitcase was lost during United Airlines flight home from Chicago way back in August of 2018 has finally been reunited with the bag, some 4 years later. April Gavin, the passenger, explained how her luggage was lost by the airline when she flew home from a business trip, and how the bag took a side trip all the way down to Honduras in Central America, and somehow ended up at the Houston airport 4 years later. The bag was slightly damaged and worn, but its contents were intact. We think the airline should pony up and send her to Honduras, all expenses paid. What do you think? Has the airlines ever lost your bag? Alright, that's it for this week's News of the World episode. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, laugh at, joke about, discuss, etc. And tune in next week for more news that matters to you. Signing off, I'm that other guy.